good spot for my face. And the very second I started broadcasting, apparently I unlocked some unlockables for that, so that's a bit good. Anyway, welcome back to the Resident Evil 2 Part 1 Claire A third part finale. Yeah, exciting times, right? Let's have a look at our bonuses where we give people a little chance to come in, specifically at the models, which we've barely got. So, what is it? Let's have a look at Sherry. Well, that's nice, isn't it? How are you? Rhetorical question, because if you're watching this right now, you're on YouTube and you can't respond. But either way, I hope that in whatever point in the future you're in, you're doing well. So if you'll recall the story so far, Marvin died, that's sad. And Brian Irons died, but that's less sad. We got to the laboratory. Sherry has been infected by William Birkin, making his appearance on perfect time. There's Catherine Warren. They couldn't have given her, like, skin tone and made her look alive for her appearance here. She's still a corpse. There we go. We'll stand you upright, Catherine. That's fine. That's some poor girl's face for whom this was an acting job. Yes. So Claire now has to get the G virus solution from the laboratory, save Sherry, and escape alive. So that's probably enough preamble. I don't have the patience for sitting around waiting for people to arrive. When you watch those archived videos of streams and you have to like fast forward past the first half hour while they just stream starting soon, I haven't got time for that. Also, I don't know how to do overlays, so that's a thing. Yes, today we will actually finish a chunk of our complete Resident Evil playthrough. What the hell was I carrying? Oh my god, a lot. Yes, so... do I need a grenade launcher at this particular juncture? Probably don't need acid rounds. Okay, let's get boxing. Do we need both of these? We'll dump this for now. We'll save the Magnum for emergencies. And that can go... do I want to take the risk of... yes, I'll take the risk. I'll always take the risk. Because I ain't no puss. And that's what we just saved. We've not got many handgun bullets at all. Oh, umbrella. Sherry, I believe, is still resting peacefully. It would be so easy. Oh, the game won't let me. Okay, there we go. Didn't really explore around here much, did I? This one. Antiviral agent, that's the thing we're all about. If you've been infected with the G virus, seek help immediately. Well, that's good advice all round. So yes, the laboratory. Oh, hello. Yes, we want those because they're fun. Oh, we want it. Oh, a whole shell. Thanks, game. You're too kind to me. Yes, the Umbrella Laboratory is... those reflections are gross. References the original RE2, but like the sewers, it's been completely redesigned from scratch. Whereas with the sewers, I'd say they're probably better in the remake, because the original was just 2 rooms and a few puzzles, and then there are a whole like section in this one. The laboratory, I think, is hands down better in the remake. It looks and feels like a laboratory. It's atmospheric. It's kind of chopped into 3 chunks that all kind of do all the things the original laboratory did. Beautifully atmospheric like this. But the original lab was good. I do miss the big vagina plant. Nothing here. Don't mind if I do. Yeah. Okay. That's what I call cold comfort. Gah! That was tense. Yeah, no, it's nice, although the problems with the fact they've taken out the interconnecting story really come into play in the laboratory, because in the original, which I find myself saying every 5 minutes on this particular stream, this is where a lot of the Leon Claire crossover zapping stuff came to a head. If you aim at a zombie for too long without shooting, Claire gets Tourette's! That's fun. Swear again, Claire. You gonna say anything? No, you're not. Okay. So, the lab's been down for a good few weeks at this point. These should be mouldy and they look fresh and delicious. I'm not sure what that's supposed to be, but these pancakes just look fantastic. So I think we found something in Resident Evil 2 Remake which isn't 100% realistic. Somebody call Capcom. We can get shoot, tasty spark lime, cream soda and a splash. And most importantly of all, a combat knife. Tasty. Oh, he's in armour. This zombie has a story to tell, he's not a scientist. You just stay put, sunshine, stay put. Okay, he's fine, he's fine. Yes, here we are. Sorry, I just loudly went on stream, and that's incredibly bad form. It's giving me these flame rounds in groups of 1, which feels a little bit stingy to me. Bullet holes, a corpse, blood coming out the bottom. Well, I don't think we'll ever know what happened here.
This should come in handy.
That's a dark joke. We'll be back there later. Yes, an add-on for our spark shot. I just want to point out that, as I mentioned in the last 2 streams, in order to let the PlayStation let me stream this with my face and not cut the camera, I've had to turn off HDR, which is a known bug with the game.
Fuck?
Easy on the Tourette's there, Claire. Easy. So when I'm in the dark here, it's dark with a capital D. Let's not check for a pulse. He's already dead. Now, if you go past any of the doors, they automatically open, which means there's a zombie behind. They will come for you. Basically, you're opening the door for them at this point. Let's...
Dr. Lee, your presence is urgently requested by Chief Cartwright in the East area.
I'll be right there. Best not to ask. We'll stash that for later, but we'll keep this for now. Now, the iconic part of the original was this giant shaft here, which is significantly bigger in the remake. We'll come back to you. This is kind of where... I mean, in the original it was about the distance from here to there with a little bridge and a little section in the middle and like this, 2 more doors leading off. It's the same basic shape. This starts to feel more like you're on a fucking Star Destroyer. Whereas in the original it kind of felt like a grimy underground facility, which it was. So this might be a bit much for me. Also, the idea that it's called Nest is entirely from the remake. It was just the Umbrella Raccoon Laboratory in the original. This carried over into RE3, where there's another Nest, but we'll come to that in due time. Due time being quite soon, I think, if we're wrapping up RE2. And yeah, so you've got a whole bunch of stuff to do here to get the key to get over there. And this is kind of where I end up preferring the new one, because it's kind of... It's a bit like I said in the RE1 video, the residence is like a microcosm of the mansion, so the entire Resident Evil experience is shrunk down into one little area, which gives you this kind of concentrated blast of all the good stuff. This kind of does that in like one area, then another area. Just looks completely different to the RPD, which I like. So overall, I've given this game a hard time, and I regret nothing. But I'll credit where credit's due. Of course, one thing you will see is the absolutely horribly grainy reflections on everything, which just look weird. And I would really hope it would be patched out. If ever a game was screaming out for a current-gen remaster or a PS5 Xbox Series X port, it was this one, because it was a huge hit. They seem to have based an entire really bad-looking movie off of it for some fucking reason. But no, nothing. What do I want to I don't want to take all this, do I? It's that special point of a Resident Evil game where you honest to God abandon the handgun. Oh, look at these reflections. That's just... How did this happen? That's just gross. It must have been an after thing because this area is so shiny. I just can't believe anybody would have thought with these reflections. Yeah, let's put that in there. I do love this game. Kind of downplays the whole 90s things. Julie, madly, deeply, are you raiding me on your own? It's a one-woman raid. Enjoy this 1990s CRT, which could crush a human skull. I would know. I once dropped one on myself. In fact, I think I had this exact television. And Red Siskin. Enjoy this 90s CRT, etc., etc., etc. Well, hello, raiders. Welcome, welcome. Julie's like the Pied Piper of Hamelin. They just kind of, oh, good lord, what's going on here? People just kind of follow her while she plays her digital flute.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
It's not that bad, Claire. We like to have a few viewers. Texas Soccer Mom! So, yeah, that TV on eBay for $5, but, what, $45 shipping because it weighs as much as several babies. Oh, Cat Co-op! Welcome, Cat Co-op!
Senior staff clearance required for computer access.
I look senior. Get out of here, you damn computer. I used to have a CRT, my first ever widescreen TV. It was a big moment for me. It was a massive, hulking... 26 inches, which was big in those days. And it was a CRT, so it was like 40 inches from front to back, 26-inch screen. And I had to push it upstairs single-handedly, and it nearly killed me. I was a youngster at the time. You know I'm quite old now, because only old people say youngster. Cat, you may lurk. You'll be lurking in the company of fine fellas like this chap. No, do you know what? Let's get this party started. So this is where it gets a bit Resident Evil 4, because you can shoot all the orange blobs off, or... Oh, no problem, Red Siskin. It's good. Oh, God, stop firing. It was good to see you. Stream. Red Siskin was streaming Red Dead 2 earlier. You don't look as dead as one might hope. So... I don't think I'm going to hang around here too long. Did you see anything? Oh, shit. I don't think of cats as very cooperative animals, to be honest. I more think of them as incredibly untrustworthy, and you're going to be back, aren't you?
Shit.
Claire's Tourette's is kicking in hard. Now, if they grab you, they insta-kill you unless you've got a defensive weapon, so this is where we buy lots of hand grenades on eBay, which I'm pretty sure you could find if you looked hard enough. Nope, don't have a code. And as I was saying to, I think, myself before anyone turned up, I have had to disable HDR. Oh, we got a solution. Fantastic. That's not what I was talking about. For some reason on PlayStation you have to disable HDR to stream this with your face, meaning that when this game gets dark, to me it is dark. It is like turn the television off dark. So... Coop. Oh, is it Cat Coop or Cat Co-op? See, I see co-op and my video gamer brain thinks co-op, but somebody who's more into animals would think coop. You keep cats in the coop? Oh, I don't like any of this. So when you've just come across plant zombie monsters, this is not the place you want to be. Oh yeah, hi, I see you. I see you waiting to jump scare me. Ah, it's short for coop. Okay, so coop, Cat Coop. I thought it was Cat Co-op and your speciality was co-op games. I don't want to walk along there. It's gonna rain zombies on me, isn't it? No, do you know what? Give me an alternative. I'll take it. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Nope. I have no intention. I'm not trying to 100% complete this or get every last enemy in the game. Do you know what, Cat Coop? Sometimes you're naturally born with a good name. Cat Coop will do it. This is where I'll drink from my on-brand umbrella mug. Biological. It's just a good name. Go for it. Discord server. Julie tried to walk me around. Hang on. Place an empty cartridge. I haven't got one. Cool immediately. Plant 43. That's a Resident Evil 2 remake thing because the plant boss from the original, all versions of RE1 was Plant 42. And in the original RE2, there was just a bit where you could see a plant on the wall that looks a lot like a vagina with tentacles. But it didn't do anything. It was just set dressing. But in this one, they've actually made it Plant 43. It still doesn't do anything, but yeah, I guess this also means that there were 41 other plants out there somewhere. If something unfortunate were to occur, it may be hard to control. Not a nice laboratory planning, chaps. Manufacture the herb. So yeah, okay. So find an empty cartridge and do some stuff or something. I don't know. Claire Redfield, not a scientist. Wow. All I can think of is that he's been sitting there so long, he's just been crapping himself repeatedly, and that's what this big bulge is. I don't want to think any further about that. Let's take airplane hostage, ask for millions, and then jump the plane and disappear. A guy called Cooper took an airplane hostage and disappeared, and now somebody called Cat Cooper turns up. Coincidence? I think not. 5 shells? Well, I don't understand anymore. Alright, well, I've got loads of shells, and... Actually, I have got loads of shells. Do you know what? I could just Rambo this shit. Well, there's a noise to make you shake your pants. Claire, enough with the fucking Tourette. One of the questionable improvements made to this game is that when you aim at a gun at some... Whoa, my god, what the hell, what the hell, what the hell? Nope, 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 nope. When you aim a gun at something and don't shoot for a while, Claire has little voice... Oh, hang on. F, 2 feet, F. Let's say that's what that was. A weird looking F. Yeah, you stay there. 2 feet F. Okay, I don't know if they can use doors, but yeah, in the original, there were no very little voice clips, but in as F, 2 feet F. Yes. But yeah, in this one, when you aim the gun at someone for a while and don't press anything, you get a voice clip. And Leon's got some quite situationally relevant ones. Claire just screams swear words. So if you aim at something, she's like, fuck, shit, bastard, fuck, bastard, shit. It's like, it sounds like she's got Tourette's. I wouldn't say it necessarily works, but it was in the US, okay. So what we can take from this is that Cat Cooper hijacked a plane in the US and then became a streamer in another country. Okay, we're putting a police profile together here. I like that. I like that. But, you know, she's gone undiscovered to this day. So, well done, Cat Cooper. I think there should be a rule where if you get away with a crime without being caught for long enough, you just earned it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I like the fact that somebody could be watching this, listening to Claire scream away with her Tourette's and think, do you know what? That represents my feelings. I'd love to say I was quite so butch about it, but I'm more kind of guy, so I didn't really hear it. Do you have a crown next to your name? Oh god, oh, what's this now? What is this? This weird brown stuff isn't explained in the story ever. I think it's a reused art asset from Resident Evil 7, which this is based on, but it appears everywhere, and it just looks like there's poo in the corners. And I don't know why you would poo in the corner that much in this situation. I mean, just think right now, would you stop to poo outside of a toilet, or poo at all? You may do it involuntarily in this situation. You get a crown next to your name for linking Twitch and Amazon Prime. I did not know that. Making you Texas Soccer Queen. I don't like open ceiling holes. I am a veteran of Alien Isolation, I know what they mean. I've only got one dart left. This was not a happy place to be. Oh, hello. You've got a bad connection, Julie. That's absolutely fine. We've all been there. What are we doing? No. Yeah. No. No. Wrong. Correct. Hello. Oh. Yes, upside down. Feet. Lowercase L. Thinky bubble. Block. Hey, Shrek. How's it going to you too? We're all fine. I mean, better than these guys. Somebody remember think lowercase L. Thinky bubble block. I'm relying on you guys. I don't have a notepad. My hands are full, so... I'm running out of space, but I like herbs. That was a mistake. Hang on. My Resident Evil senses are kicking in. Knew it. Alright. Good thing zombies aren't very fast. Oh my god! I was about to say they usually come in pairs. Well, that solves the inventory issue anyway. Oh. Eat. Nope, nope, nope. Feet, lowercase L, thinky bubble, and you know, that's maybe a problem for 5 minutes from now. Die, 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 die. Oh, for crying out loud. Nope, 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 nope. One thing at a time, gentlemen, please. Okay. It only cost us... oh god. Worst of all of the bugs. What was... oh, for crying out loud. Keeping this thing loaded. Yes, I am running head first into dangerous. Jog, because Claire refuses to sprint. Down, yep. Down, yep. I do not think you're paying attention. Oh, yeah, that goes in there. Hang on. Can I use it? No. Okay. It's true, she's got a lot on her, the poor girl. She got so much on. Oh, I can't carry these delicious, tasty handgun bullets. Ah, I've got plenty of handgun bullets. Don't get greedy. Now, these people are going to follow me up the stairs. Oh, hello. Can I mix these with... yes. No. Yes. And now... there we go. That's what I call some... oh, my God. Will you let me have this one moment? Crying out loud. Lobby, that's where we... yes, we've looped back to where we started. So, now we have to go to the item box. I've been relying heavily on that spark shot, and now it's empty, so this is going to be fun. Yeah, bye. I don't know if I need 5 defensive items, but if those plant things grab me without any, I'm screwed. So don't get grabbed. Oh, Julie, having trouble staying in. Can't really assist with that, but jolly good luck. Wasn't the best, was it? I will dump this herb for a full first aid spray. Don't have a handgun right now. Do you know what? If an entire machine gun and 5 flame rounds don't kill it, it's probably a dragon, and that is not part of the problem. Oh, do you know what? That thing I asked to remember, I could just look at the trophy again. So I don't feel the need to cook your brains on my account. Do I have any machine gun? But oh, needle cut 2. Okay, that's not much use. I can make plenty of... yeah, I think I can just make my own. Go... oh, wow, okay. Well, if 116 plus 50 machine gun bullets and 5 of those things don't do it, then it's impossible. Yes, so let's... I think there was a hole I could stick the capsule in. You're going to be awake again, aren't you? Yeah. I feel a bit weird about Resident Evil 2 taking cues from Resident Evil 4. It just feels a bit inherently wrong. It's a very like fire. Red's just going to gain his tech support for the entire channel. I probably wouldn't have even survived on Twitch this long without his tech support, so props to Red Siskin. If he knows how to work this computer you have to activate by putting a dildo in it, then I'll really be impressed. Empty. Oh right, next door with the guy with the poo suit. Not today, not today, not today. Just slide it erotically in and out of the hole, and if that doesn't work... Oh! Is this the thing from the feet? Small one, thinky bubble, block. Ah, so if we do think small L, thinky bubble, block. What do you think? Oh crap. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Not working with me here, Mr. Plantman. Oh, cook. So, hang on. Feet, lowercase l, thinky bubble, block. Yes! Okay, we're in. Check out my memory. Who are you calling middle-aged? Stay down. Those things, not that I'm going to hang around the point too long, are actually quite interesting because there were creatures in this game from the original game, and there were a few creatures, like we mentioned last time, like the spiders and the crows, which have been completely omitted. But there were creatures in the original game called Ivies. No calling me middle-aged, God bless you, sexist soccer mum. Oh, Christ. And the Ivies from the original were kind of these big, goofy, kind of 1950s B-movie, Day of the Trifid kind of looking things. I could be mashing buttons here for a long time. But for this game, they technically kept them, but they basically reworked them completely. Redesigned them. No, that's not right. Is it? Does feel right. To be those scary things which, for me, work a lot better. Oh, Texas Stuff Mom, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, great to see you. We'll be doing the entire Resident Evil series. So next up is 3, then 2 again to do Leon's Quest, then Code Veronica, and so on, so on, so on. Thanks, Cat Coop. Great to see you. I'll follow you when I've got a free hand and the zombies aren't trying to eat my face off. I've done a fuck up here, haven't I? Thanks for being here for my final fuck up of the stream. Yeah, well, enjoy your days if you're somewhere where it's day. This is where I'm alarmed at the time difference between everywhere in the world that we're in. What have I got to do here? This is... Okay, pay attention. I know this can be done in like 3 moves. I think that ship may have sailed. That's not going to do me any good, is it? So I need that. I need to isolate like 1 chunk. It's morning in Australia. Christ, it's coming up on 9 PM here in the UK. So, yeah. Good morning. I presume it's tomorrow morning? Jamie's done a fuck up. Oh wait, no, I've got 1 bit of goo in this one, which is what I need. So if I fill this one with goo, and then that one, yes, this should work. Aha! Yeah, I've done me brain thinking. Well, I hope tonight's a good one. Don't spoil it for me. I'm looking forward to finding out what happens. Right, so we'll do... No, okay, we've got the thing and something about freezing it. Yes, I think borough is kind of Londonese for district. Oh no, no. That's there you go. You stay asleep. Yeah, you know how cities have different districts and areas. Like I guess in New York, you've got uptown, downtown, west side. I can't remember my Manhattan districts. London, you call them boroughs, basically. It's the British way. Oh crap! I hope those lickers are still dead. You stop. And down you go. Yeah, the British way is doing things the same as the rest of the world, but changing them just enough that they feel exclusionary to people who aren't from Britain.
Seriously?
Seriously? Mur, hang on. Oh, right, Mur, so that's... Yes. There. Okay. And now we ram that in there. Which should turn the lights on. Which isn't a tremendous amount of help. You've never been to the UK. I wouldn't travel here or anywhere right now. But I mean, I've been here all my life, so I'm kind of biased. Mostly in London rather than, you know, the UK is very different outside of London. I don't know. I get the impression that to outsiders, London's a big deal to the way that like New York is to us. But living here all your life, it's just kind of normal. Because I do most of my work in central London as well, so I see things like Big Ben and Trafalgar Square and the London Eye and things every day. Don't need this trophy anymore. So yeah, I can kind of see it through tourists' eyes, and I can also kind of see it through just like the eyes of someone who sees it every day and isn't that into it. It is a beautiful city, and there's a lot of stuff here. In my somewhat limited experience of the rest of the world, I've been around a bit. I've been to America and Japan and some places in Europe. I really do think that London is the most expensive place it's possible to be. Yeah, I mean, people always told me whenever I'm going to anywhere, people always go, "Ooh, look out, it's expensive over there," and it's never as expensive as London. I've got things on my shelf here that cost like 2 or 3 British pound, 20 or 30 British pounds more here than they do anywhere else in the world. Israel's more expensive than London. That's frankly terrifying. These zombies are falling over themselves. Oh, there's one there as well. Of course they're bloody as. It's cosmopolitan, very diverse, although kind of divided by borough. So in the centre, like everybody's mixed together, but then you get outside, you have sort of like very Irish areas, very Eastern European areas, very black areas, very white areas. So it kind of divides into more and more lines the further you get out from the centre, with some crossover, naturally. When the world gets back to normal, whatever that is these days, are you a jump scare? Yeah, I'm onto you. You don't have local pubs in Israel. I thought every. Thanks, computer. Cartwright's a bastard. I think he got his goods. He got his goods. Got his goods. Is that a say? I don't know. Yeah, Helix anywhere. Put the secret on the bottom. Oh, this is a little way of the game telling me that the secret's on the bottom of the thing, but we already found that one out. See, we're smart. We got your number, Capcom. That's Cartwright being an ass. Under attack. Yeah. You're seeing fancy cars in London. I think if you saw fancy cars, you were in a very particular district of London. One of a few. Mark 43 is going wild. Yeah, way ahead of you. Way ahead of you. Susie the cheerleader. Well, okay.
New messages.
That was basically just a clue to a thing we've already done. Yeah, I mean, there's expensive malls and there's like horribly cheap malls where it's just like
Parka.
shops with like walls and walls of shelves and all but one wall is just empty shelves. And then there's malls like Burlington Arcade in Piccadilly where, you know, a pair of shoes will set you back over £1,000, and I think your average wristwatch is like a Rolexes and Omegas that are like 15 to 20 grand a watch. So there's, as with everything in London, it goes up and down the class scale very drastically. This is where we freeze our thing. Oh, just to give a minor nostalgic nerd thing for a second. This is taken almost beat for beat from a scene from the original, which they spent a lot of time and technology making this kind of scene with just an arm doing on the PlayStation 1. And every time I see it, it brings back a warm glow of nostalgia. Even though it's as freezing cold and utterly perfunctory as it could possibly be. Yeah, Britain's relationship with the class system is an odd one, because even in the rest of the world, yeah, they'll find other lines upon which to divide themselves. It's not like we're uniquely divided in that respect, but most of the rest of the world has kind of sort of found equality in various areas. Oh, what are you doing up? Come on now, bedtime, bedtime. There you go. And then just sort of found other lines on which to divide themselves. England just sort of settled on the whole class thing and stayed there for centuries. We're good. We know what works. We know what we like. We know why we hate people who are different to us. We'll stick with it. Thank you very much. Okay, do I risk going up this stairwell again facing God knows what and popping out the top, or do I go back the way I came past the zombies I know are there and then past the plant men in the warehouse? That actually feels a bit smarter to me. That stumps it. There were 2 zombies here, right? Why aren't there 2 zombies here anymore? Yeah, well, you fucked up this jump scare, didn't you, lads? Don't let me bother you. Again, they got halfway towards surprising me and then forgot the final crucial step. Oh, okay, where's the... Okay, plant boys, where you at? 2? I'm good, and I'll get my money's worth out of this flaming shell. Oh no, I won't. Okay. Okay, that's enough now, fellas. Come on. I do not like this place. Yeah, a costume drama kind of sums up the UK accurately, really. It's all a bit of a performance. You've got things like the royal family who do nothing but sort of grey stamps and appear on the news and sort of keep Britain in the press. Got lots of very lovely old buildings and ancient institutions and architecture and, you know, corporations and universities, almost all of which are now owned by the Chinese if you look into it. But it's kind of this sort of performative British thing. It's kind of like buying like an Italian jacket or something like that. A wealthy Chinese businessman would just buy like a British institution to have in their cap. So it's weird. Is Britain still a valuable thing, but not worthwhile enough not to need to sell itself to everybody who will buy it? Okay, so we know how this works. We pick up a key item, and then everything rains monsters, right? It's always the way. It's suspiciously quiet. You pick up the thing you need, and that's when they blindside you. It's just the way it works. Happened earlier on in the interrogation room. Yeah, hi, and also bye. Nah. Oh. You. No more. China owned the Dead Sea. Oh! What the? How did you... This is why we saved up for these things. Right. No. Not today. Not today. Down you go. Running out of these. I think if another one of those gets me, I'm instant killed. All the major milk companies. Oh yeah, we're in a nest for spies, William Birkin. Oh, so you read this, I now feel bad for that Cartwright guy. The other email made him sound like a total dick, but he was, you know, shit slides downwards. We've all had the boss that just, you know, delegates onto you, so you have to be the bad guy, but really he's the bad guy and you don't want to be the bad guy. I mean, they were murdering people for science, so I guess nobody was the good guy here. Yeah, sounds like the same thing's happening in Israel as in the UK. It's just ultimately it's all just owned by a Chinese businessman. But yeah, there is still kind of a bragging rights to owning something British. I think there's kind of a sense of it's still something to be proud of, but I think I'm okay with all this stuff. You know, British-made cars are apparently a big deal. Aston Martin, that sort of thing, for some reason. Oh, I think Julie's Julie's connection is dropping, so she can't hear any of this. But she can read your comments, I'm guessing, so... She's missing this exclusive Resident Evil 2 commentary edition. Okay, and that whole plants, liquors, laboratory thing was all self-contained to there. So what I do like about this new lab version is that it does have a really nice tight design of entry place, mazy place with a little run around, there's lots of nicely planned scares. And now the west area where the serum is that we need for Sherry. Sherry, while we've been running around in circles, still has the G-Virus. But like the T-Virus before it strikes with perfect dramatic timing. So some people it will turn into a monster immediately, sometimes it'll burn out of their chest. Oh wait, speaking of dead dudes, there was a guy over here we wanted to check, wasn't there? This really is as fast as Claire ever goes. I wouldn't say I'm an expert as much as someone who just got really, really, really heavily into Resident Evil in the 90s. And video games these days, not unlike most people of my generation, are more than happy to just circle that era of their lives seemingly indefinitely. But why would a Special Forces man? Oh, here's why the Special Forces man. He's going to retrieve the G-Virus. The target's opening the safe. This doesn't really work that well when you have dictaphone recording in text form. Oh, I thought there was something else there, but there isn't. So, evidently Special Forces raided this place, and then stuff went bad. Yeah, I actually used to have, a long time ago, a section of Toy Biz action figures from the original Resident Evil 2. And I cherished them for many years before finally selling them on at quite a high profit on eBay because they're really in demand. But I have a very, very fond connection to Resident Evil 2. First game ever to truly scare the shit out of me. Oh, okay, here's the explanation on a tape. Didn't work too well for him, and I will have that grenade, thank you. Oh, yeah, I used all my grenades on those Ivies. They had one more Ivy grab me, I would have been insta-killed. So I either fucked up badly or did really, really well in getting out at the end. Oh, you know what? There was one of these back where Sherry was, wasn't there? I can't remember what it gets you. I kind of remember some of this game, but I'm frequently surprised by stuff. So I'm not just walking through it doing a little sleepwalking. Yep. Slot it in. Ooh, and then pull it back out. Sexy. Now the lights are on. I am gonna run back to Sherry and find out what that other thing was because I'm not feeling too confident going forward, and I like to be prepared where possible. I'm aware that if you've been watching the stream thus far, you've seen me put the herbs away for the hell of it and bluster into situations firing in all directions just to see what happens. That's just how I roll. But now I'm going to be a little more cautious. Not enough to be boring, or even really that sensible, but I'll be as cautious as I can be before I get bored and eventually go guns blazing. Because I can survival horror, but I think in my heart I'm always playing Doom. Like just then, running headfirst into a dark corridor. Yeah, straight along here. You're going to be awake again, I know you are. Oh, a new one. Where's the fellow in the armour? did you come from? Okay. Muff. Muff is British slang for vagina. That's clearly what they were referencing. And this should be the last one, I think. Ooh. Ah. You found how? Don't mind if I do. Oh, zombie death notepad. Blood everywhere, what's happening? They're dead, all dead. It was the men in black who are also apparently dead. But why? Didn't you say I was a genius? Yes, I won the Nobel. I'm a hero. I mean, it's kind of sad that a scientific genius should end up like this, but at the same time, he was an asshole who tortured people to death for science, so I'm okay with it. You found the street you lived in... Sorry, I saw your comment go by... you found the street you lived in London. Whereabouts was it? Because I think you would have had a very different experience of the UK depending on where you were, which I suppose is almost certainly true of every city. I will deal with this later. So now we can carry more stuff, which is always a plus in Resident Evil. Don't worry, Sherry, we are going to save you. Just keep lying uselessly on a bed, being all G-virusy. We'll probably be back. Hello again. I mean, I find this kind of stuff scarier than all the blood and the zombies. Just kind of the clinical kind of... Butler's Wharf. You were in Butler's Wharf. That's... I'm guessing that's around Docklands area. Most things with Wharf in the title are around there, sort of Canada Water, that kind of area, if I'm thinking correctly. Obviously, I don't have a hand free to Google Maps. But, Tolley Street, yeah. I know Tolley Street, I just can't place it in my brain. But yeah, as I was saying, I find this kind of the cold, clinical, people are just cutting you up while you're unanesthetised because of some businessman's bottom line, and will all just stand around and let you die in appalling agony because money, and put you on a hospital bed and cut you up and do it all in a very sterile environment. Way scarier than the whole kind of dark, bloody corridor thing. You know, dark, bloody corridors full of monsters. That's just like Tuesday to me. But that kind of clinical stuff is like. London Bridge on the south side. So it's Tolley Street. Yes, it's London Bridge, isn't it? Which does get a bit wharfy. It wasn't Canada Water though. I was wrong. Okay, I think you get a pretty good cross section of London there, because it's nice enough and sort of old buildingy enough that it will be like authentic old school London, not just like housing developments and council estates like Outer London, which is just kind of London because they extended the barriers. See, this is high on the clinical stuff right here. This is somebody owned this arm. You know, somebody was born and lived their whole life with a right arm and it ended up here, and that's the kind of stuff that makes me go, ugh, it could be you. And I want to know what that is. But stuff like organ harvesting or kind of semi-real world stuff is just way creepier to me than all this stuff. It's a nice linen shirt. Oh, I forgot to watch the tape. No fish in the aquarium. Or dead fish. Maybe it's just a decorative feature. Where's the... I'm not going back through there. Research diary. The G embryo was implanted in the subject. We made a 50 centimeter incision from the chest to the abdomen. This is exactly what I was talking about. It's like somebody got slashed from the chest to the abdomen, and it wasn't just by like a wild monster. It was by people just recording it and being people. With the help of the medical team, the subject's consciousness level was kept lucid, so they were kept alive and lucid while they were slashed alive by scientists. This is the scary stuff to me. This is the stuff that makes me go, yeah. The subject was then disposed of. The G virus administered to subject 501. 501 mutated to G form when it was introduced to a group of testes. It had been implanted. One subject broke down during experimentation and took their own life. Well, that's just lovely, isn't it? See, it's that kind of thing. It's like, well, the horrific things we were doing to people made them kill themselves. We'll just note that and move on. It's the clinicalness of it that just... There's a slight sense of resistance to the T virus. It must be fascinating if you're watching me all read slowly. Hang on, subject 628 had resistance. Was then introduced to 639. Oh, I see. So, yes, the one who was resistant had no power against the T virus, the G virus. Well, that's haunting stuff, but in case you thought, now is the camera out of sync? How out of sync is it? Like, is the game and the audio in sync, or... I don't know how that happens.
Damn it. Look at that. All right.
That's intensely convenient, but...
Hell yeah.
Oh, I've got like ventriloquisty voice. I mean, my face isn't going to be a tremendously interesting thing to look at right now, to be honest. It's just there. I don't know why it's there, to be honest. It's in sync. It's in sync for Shrek. I mean, you guys are all over the world. It's like the Netherlands to Israel. So, what have we learned so far about what happens when you pick up a key item in Resident Evil? Answer: I'm going to get some fucking weapons. And probably save because it's getting to end game o'clock. Zombies sometimes spawn, but I think we're late in the game now. We might be expecting something a little larger. What I'm going to do is get all the machine gun bullets I possibly can. It's fixed, Red Siskin. Great, welcome to the party, pal. I could take the spark shot, but I've only got 2 shots left for it, and it feels like a bit of a waste. Alright, what I'm going to do is just take a shit ton of machine gun ammo. Nope. Oh, that's what's known in the military as a shit ton. All I can make with these things is handgun bullets, which isn't great. I mean, it's not the worst. I could take a handgun and just wing it. Do you know what? I'll take a handgun and some bullets just to be on the safe side. And I will also take green... I haven't got any like 3-way mixed herbs is the problem. So now we're as armed as one playing Resident Evil can reasonably expect to be. But I will also take east, west, south, north. Yeah, that's where I live. I live in the east, west, south, north London. Southeast. Which is where's all my stuff? Where is it? I'm looking for yep, that, and I might find put this back. And that. Executive decision, I'll leave those 2 shots behind. Right. Yeah, Southeast weird because I've been here for nearly 40 years now. And when I was growing up here, it was a rough area. It was like ghetto area. You went out certain times of day with certain skin colours in certain areas, you were going to get stabbed. And now it's all gentrified up. So all the greasy fried chicken shops and the African hairdressers have turned into like artisan coffee shops and and home bakeries and things, which go out of business in like a day, but it's all very nice. And
Your ass
I
again.
noticed the classic one-arm William Birkin.
This ends now.
Yeah, that gun that Annette has that takes William Birkin down in one shot, we never get that in the game. And no one ever questions it. Feels like a missed opportunity.
What the hell is this thing?
That was my husband.
Yeah, everybody's figured it out by now, Claire.
She is my creation!
He doesn't get much screen time, but William Birkin's actor really goes for it. I think he's the guy who played Frank West in Dead Rising.
William!
Yeah, if you could shoot him, Nanette, that'd be really helpful to me in the future. No,
Should have
alright.
killed him while I had the chance.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I don't know why, I just... I couldn't do it.
He was your husband.
Honestly, we were more married to our work than each other.
Your work of slicing people apart while they're still alive for
Why'd
science.
you just leave her all alone while Raccoon City burned to hell?
Also, good question.
Let my daughter grow up in a world with a G virus in it.
But that's no excuse.
And you didn't hear that? Or just expect he might do that? Aren't you the scientist?
I got this.
Yeah, use the gun that takes him down in one hit, like a bunch of times. No, it's a gun. You don't have to get close. It's a gun. You're thinking of a stick.
Sorry.
Yeah, dramatic force. Nice. Zone 10. I think it only goes up to Zone 6. I mean, Zone 6 is like out of London. If you're in Zone 6, you're seeing like fields and cows and things.
You should take care of Sherry. You don't know what you're up against. I have a pretty damn good idea.
Do you though?
Don't stop until it's finished. Trust me. This.
I know Claire's trying to look badass, but she just looks a bit stupid there. It's like, yeah, I can take him. And this is William G4, I think. Oh boy. This arena is very carefully designed to give you almost but not quite enough run. Okay, take the eyes. There's one on his back, that's going to be a problem. Oh god, no. Oh boy. Ah! Okay, really need to turn around there, Billy boy. Oh boy. Yeah, take a moment. Come on. I mean, again, there's the reason Resident Evil's renowned for its creature design, and this guy, like with his exposed skull, just looks fantastic. Down you go. That looked like it hurt. Claire's still injured. Eat it. I don't have anywhere near as much health as I thought I would. Oh boy. It's going badly. Do you know, I have no idea how the London zones came about. Okay, I mean, that's something, but... Oh, Claire does not turn around without a fight. Yep. It is a bit like that, but the Hulk is actually pretty... Whoa! Whoa, 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 okay. Oof. Okay, right. Oh, okay, he's got a second one. I don't have the health for this, really. Okay, there's the back one. So now we just need to take out the one on his shoulder. And, yeah, reload. Oh, I've only got one. Okay, and take some of that. Any fun? Right, I mean, I don't really want to be doing this with a handgun, but... Oh, magnum bullets. Oh, 2! Well, you're too generous, game. Okay, he's got his own thing going on. I'm not going to ask any questions. Oh, I'm not going to ask any questions about that. Oh, spark shot. Yeah, that would have been helpful, like, back at the item box, wouldn't it? Okay, so his chest eyes are out. That's got to mean he's, got him stuck in the corner. Am I using just regular bullets now? Pace yourself, pace yourself. Oh, I see. Yep. I'm wise to that move. Oh, jeez. Oh boy. Please tell me I've got some health left. Last one. Alright. Last time to do this. I mean, yeah, thanks, but if you could leave like a health first aid spray or something. Oh! Yeah, I think we just popped his zits. Let's not hang around.
Target has been neutralized.
Yeah.
Ending quarantine.
What the hell? I guess we're not going to be able to get back and watch that videotape now, so... I think we've all earned a coffee after that. In fact, I'm going to have a sip from my umbrella mug. Yeah, that's a well-earned drink. Green tea, very nice for the brief seconds until it goes cold and turns to sludge. Alright, well that could have gone... It could have gone a lot worse, obviously, if it could have gone better. Again, in the original, that fight takes place in a tiny little environment, but every time you kill William Birkin, he mutates, but then jumps to the other character's game, so you'll like beat him as Claire, then you'll mutate, and you'll come across him in Leon's game later, then you'll mutate again, and then you'll realise that you came across him as Claire in that form. But in this game, it's just the same boss fight over and over again, and that's not anywhere near as good. What have I got left? Because I've got lots of mixed herbs that aren't green, which isn't much use. And still quite a lot of machine gun bullets. I can rely on that quite hard. No magnum bullets, and yeah, we're out of that. Might as well just put the old gun back. Yeah, I think we're going to be a grenade launcher family for a while, because we're coming up on the end, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be more big things to kill. You know it's getting to the end when Claire's all wet and sweaty, which is the sign of an action movie ending. Was it this way? Yeah, there's the dead guy. Oh. Okay, time to save Sherry. Yeah, thanks for the help, Annette. She was standing up there with that gun that can kill that guy in one hit, and she's just like, yeah, I'll just GTFO, talk to the little girl.
My mom needs help.
You're just a bit beyond that, kiddo.
Annette?
Yeah, see, she's fine. She's all moving and everything.
Sherry. How are you?
This is a woman who left you to die in a room full of poo.
But you don't look so good. Mommy?
Gonna go get sleep, Shrek. I have no idea what time of the world. Time it is in your part of the world. But you have a good night and take care. We'll see you next time. We'll be doing Resident Evil 3 soon, unless it takes me all night to kill the final boss. And yeah, you have a good one, buddy.
She'll be weak for a little while, but yes, she's free of the G virus. Did you hear that?
Bye. So Annette, who was adamant her daughter couldn't possibly be saved and couldn't even be bothered to try, all she had to do was get a thing from the lab and stick it in the fridge for 10 seconds. That was all she had to do to save her daughter, but Master Scientist couldn't work that one out.
Don't worry about it.
Think I found a plot hole! Nurse!
Take my daughter to safety.
One of us should.
I'm sorry, Sherry,
Everybody dance now.
for everything.
Apology
Your
accepted.
life is what is
Important now, not so much an hour ago. We can absolutely just leave her here, Sherry. Claire, come on, dog.
Unauthorized removal of a level 4 virus detected. Facility lockdown.
What does that mean?
It's a self-destruct code.
So it's suggested that this was Leon in Leon's game, but these two quests do not fit together at all anymore. Which bugs the hell out of me!
Save my daughter.
No!
Sherry,
It's a cool octopus.
just say goodbye to your mom.
Chances are I'm going to end up fighting that soon. Yeah, say goodbye to your mum, Sherry. She's dead, and was kind of a cunt.
She loved you, okay?
She loved you in her own
You really gotta get going.
special
Mum.
way. She loved you, you know, deep down. Deep down. There you go. Come on, go. Up you go. Oh, yep. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, it's a sweet jacket.
I'm so lucky to have you.
That's quite touching, actually, but...
Talk more about that later. You gotta hurry now. Come on.
Again, Claire has a sort of appreciably understandable response. And, you know, it's the end of a Resident Evil game when the self-destruct system has been activated.
Sherry, can you walk faster?
Yeah.
I don't want to rush you, but we have to go.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to
So, precisely how the self-destruct system came on, we'll see when we do Leon's game, because even though they don't fit together as well anymore, it's still a vital part of the Resident Evil story.
Let's get the
Plus we get to meet Ada Wong, and we like Ada Wong.
to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator.
It's a Mass Effect style. Oh god, what's going on with Claire's finger on the gun? I've never seen that before. Look at her, the finger of her right hand on the grenade launcher. It's really weird.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the
Claire?
Yeah?
Thank you for being so nice to me.
Shut up, you
For
bitch.
helping me. I'm really glad I met you.
I'm really glad I met you too, Sherry. But save your thanks until I get you out of this place.
Yeah, I mean, don't get too premature with that. So it looked like a lot of things were on fire out there. This is one of those action movie self-destruct systems where there's a countdown to the explosion, but there's lots of very cinematic little explosions on the way there. Oh yes, help. This is a room but straight out of the original. Very iconic. Completely different place, but
self-destruct sequence initiated.
I don't really need a knife.
Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately
Yes.
to the bottom
Nothing.
level train platform.
Nothing else around here?
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator
Although,
to
Yeah, I can always ditch it later. If more of those plant zombies are around, then I'm going to want it. Guess that's where we're just in. Yeah. I think I'll avail myself of that typewriter, but I will also load off on absolutely anything I can carry that might be of use, including all the health. Flash grenade, yep, we'll pile that one. Two, I guess we're two, yeah, right. Yep. Make some handgun bullets. We are coming in hot. Yep. Nope. Yeah, we don't need that many. Any more gunpowders? Any more large gunpowders? Acid rounds, yeah, we'll have those. So if anything even looks at me funny, it's getting wasted. Anyway, we might just have to get rid of the offcuts. Oh, hello, green herb. Yes, okay, we've actually got some pretty decent health items here. If just get rounds of diligent combining. Yeah, 3. That's not terrible. Right. Oh, save. Because you don't want to watch the entire stream all over again, do you now, lads? And ladettes, obvs. Okay. Let's get out of here once and for all, Sherry. I'm sure Leon's fine. We don't meet him much in this game. I mean, for all Claire knows, he got eaten the second we left him before. But, he was fine in the original. He's probably fine. Oh god, yeah, these things. Yeah, run. I'm sure as hell, Gunner. You're probably fine back there, right? She'll be fine. Yeah, see, she was fine. I had a plan for this the whole time. That was part of my plan, actually. I helped her by leaving her. Okay, anything here? We do have a 10-minute countdown now, and it's serious. If that thing gets to the bottom, then...
Stupid thing's locked.
Hold on.
Sherry, where do you...
I think I can open it from the other side.
What the... Oh, you're changing accounts, Red Skin.
Damn it, your time sucks.
Yeah, your time... Not you, Red Skin, this guy. Claire's not swearing at you. You're good. Okay, all I have to do is hold them off. Until... Sherry? Those guys are gonna get back up again. Or maybe they're not. What? Yes, go. Nice work, Sherry.
Nice work.
I knew you could do it. I'd never leave you behind. Oh, come on, seriously? Oh, right. Well, I mean, sure. The one zombie in the game to go down with one hit, and whoa,
Sherry,
okay.
you hanging in there?
I'm right behind you.
Atta girl. Think we're almost out of here.
Do you?
8 minutes until detonation.
And yes, it's Resident Evil 2's iconic cable car in a completely different place with a completely different use that it had in the original, but it's still here. We're actually doing okay for health. I'm just going to have one last look to see if there's anything I can make machine gun bullets out of. I think I've used them all. Do you know what? Fuck it. End game. Oh, there's more herbs. Let's just... And... yeah. Oh, actually, wait, no, I don't need that knife. I think I saw a mixed herb I can actually use. That leaves us 2 empty slots. In fact, this was recreated pretty much in its entirety for that first Resident Evil movie, which isn't good. But yeah, this is... Oh, that takes up 2 slots, so now I'm completely full.
What are you doing?
I
Oh.
gotta get this train moving. I need you to stay right here, okay?
Okay.
This is the equivalent to that fuse box in the first game, I think, where...
Be careful.
Always.
Yeah, right before the last fight, they give you an item to pick up to put into a keyhole, and then immediately a cutscene so you can't get rid of it, just to ensure that you have empty slots in your inventory to pick up something vital later, and don't kind of break... Hello. Fucking minigun, which I can't pick up because I'm full, so I'm guessing I put the plugs in... Yep, that's probably going to be... Yep. That thing's got to take 2 slots.
Okay. Alright. Did something.
Now, a game like Resident Evil 2 doesn't give you a minigun without bloody good reason.
Claire!
What? Leon? You're down here too?
Leon and your magnificent hair! You're still
The
alive!
place is coming down. Look, you need to get out. Fast.
I know. I found a way out.
You have no reason to think that's a way out,
We can
Claire.
all make it. Where are you now?
Claire, are you still there?
Leon? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Don't worry about me. Just get out of here.
Leon! Leon!
You said get out of here, Claire, come on.
Damn!
Come on, go. Freaking A. Well, this is all recreated, like, shot for shot from the original. Although in the original, the whole cable car thing got us to the laboratory. And this is kind of safe for the ending, so very different, but... Also, what now? Oh, look who's back. I'm also hearing stings of the original music. So once again, aim at the eyes. Oh boy. .642, we're going to do this in... Oh, we've got some reach. Right in the wall. We're going to do some kind of... Yeah. Oh. Okay, I can take one more of those. Yeah. Do a dog lunge. Okay, so with that thing you can't really corner. Come on. See those balls? I don't have a huge amount of ammo left for this thing, Bill. Yeah, I'm not letting you get anywhere near me. Oh! You got me anyway, some crazy how. I think that's, yeah. I don't think I can take 2 consecutive hits full stop from him.
Detonation.
Running out of time here. Running out of ammo here. No thanks. Oh, fuck no. That took an entire minigun. Okay. Again, it could have gone worse. A lot worse. The trick to dealing with Birkin really is just stay the fuck back.
It's okay. I'm here. We're getting out of here.
And nothing more could go wrong. Glad to see Claire's completely unfounded hunch about this being a way out turned out to be bang on. I mean, for all she knew, this could lead her back into the laboratory. Look on her face when she presses it, like, I don't fucking know! I think we're going to be denied of a badass scene of Leon Kennedy jumping on it as it pulls away. There's a lot of stuff in this fancy remake that's just kind of done off screen, like the helicopter black crash, where they think they've sort of used the budget to make all showy and awesome, but, eh. Awesome, we made it, and I'm sure Leon was fine maybe, I don't know.
So what's the first thing you want to do when we get out of here?
Speaking of it prematurely there, Claire.
I want to see where you live.
Good.
What do we think Claire's apartment's like? I mean, I'm thinking small and dirty.
Yeah.
Really? Not bad.
It's nice that someone acknowledges that when you've been walking through the sewer for that long, you smell like shit.
It's so good to see you.
Leon made
I
it!
told you we'd make it, didn't I?
And we'll find out how in Leon's story when we get round to Leon. And that was most of Claire A. In fact, well, that is Resident Evil 2 apart from the ending, as was carried over from the original. When you play Leon's story, you play the game up to that point, but then it continues on and you get the full ending, which that was not. So you've got to play both stories. We're going to play Resident Evil 2 Leon's story. Next, we're going to play Resident Evil 3 Remake, unfortunately, which, as I've joked about many times, is like 45 minutes long. What I've decided to do, to kind of respect the order of the games, but also the order of the story, not that anybody here is watching this for the cinematic experience, Resident Evil 3 takes place mostly before Resident Evil 2, and then something happens and then we cut to the end after Resident Evil 2 to wrap the story up. So we're going to play Resident Evil 3 up until the point where Resident Evil 2 starts, then play Leon's story in Resident Evil 2, then finish Resident Evil 3. So the events happen in canonical order, but we still respect like the order the games came out, because it's like a Star Wars prequel kind of thing. Yes, they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but you're supposed to see them 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. So Resident Evil 2 is supposed to be played after Resident Evil 1, but the story actually comes in the middle of Resident Evil 3. It's confusing. That's also the only way I can think of doing this where I don't play Resident Evil 2 twice in a row, which I don't feel would be the kind of variety and entertainment and excitement that you've all come to expect of this channel. So that, I think, is... Wow, Red Siskin's disabled bots in this channel. It won't block any word ever. You're opening yourself a can of worms there, but I appreciate that. For anyone just tuning in, then enjoy the credits for Resident Evil 2, because we bloody did it. Got through to the end of Claire's story. Yeah. Leon's game, as I've said before, the story across the A and B stories doesn't really change as much as it did in the original, probably because all the cutscenes are now incredibly expensive motion captured affairs and not stiff little anime origami figures on the PS1. They've mixed it up in some interesting ways gameplay-wise. I remember I think there's like different kinds of handgun bullets now. Plus, you'll see a lot more of Mr. X in the B quest, or the second quest. I still use original game terminology. We'll get there in time. I'm looking to do Resident Evil 3's first chunk in one playthrough, in one single stream. All these streams have taken longer than I thought they would, but that one I think I can do. I'm not going to rush through it or anything. I'm going to take my time and play it properly and take you on the full tour of the game with my insightful commentary, as you've all come to expect. But yeah, there really isn't much to it. yeah, that's on my list to do. Maybe in the daytime this week, maybe it'll be next week. So look forward to that. If you're watching and not following, then follow the channel. You'll get a notification for when we go live, and you'll be here for the Resident Evil 3 experience. After that, we're out of Raccoon City and we're on to some really weird shit, including saying goodbye to all the remakes and going back to much, much older games that haven't yet been remade. Code Veronica after 3, I think, is the oldest game in the series at this point, if you sort of replace everything with a remake at some point. So that's the original Claire Redfield voice actress who was in the original version of this. It's a Dreamcast game, but it still very much has its feet in PS1 games. It's also the most batshit experience you can possibly imagine, and a weird one. Then I finally get to play my beloved Resident Evil 4, and so on and so on from there. Julie Maddie deeply gone. Oh, sorry, Julie. Maybe her connection died, or maybe she just had something better to do. We don't know. Julie's a woman of many facets. So let's skip ahead. What's this? A teaser? When I just said that there's more? So there's more. And again, we'll find out all about what that was in Leon's game. How did we do? 4 hours. I got an A! Got an A rank! Nice! 5 saves. That's about right. 4 hours, 49 minutes sounds long. I think of this game as like a 2 hour to 3 hour game. So, yeah, I don't really speed run. I mean, I sped run it for the trophies, but I'm not a speed runner. Do I get any presents or gifts? Just taken back to the title screen? Yeah. So, I don't have channel points. I don't even know how you do that. Is that something you need to be an affiliate for that? I'm still beyond the basics. Press button to go live, press button to go off live. I don't really understand the ins and outs of Twitch or Discord. I'm learning this as we go. I'll have to look into enabling channel points. It's got to be something that like not everyone can do, right? It's got to be like, oh, it's one of those things that, yeah, that's another thing I know about online computerized things, is that every time you think you've learned a website or a system or service, they change it and move everything around, so you're always confused. I'll look it up if it's enableable. I know Julie would be all over that if she could enable them. But yeah, I think that's the stream. It took me an hour and a half just to get through the lab, so it wasn't my best one. If you're here for pro gameplay strats, then yeah, you probably come to the wrong channel. If you're here to just hang out, hear a Resident Evil nerd talk about Resident Evil and see the entire series from scratch and sometimes Fortnite, welcome aboard. If you're watching and you haven't followed and you want to see more, toss me a follow. I'll ping up on your phone like one of those annoying notifications that I truly am. And yeah, we'll have a horrible bloody time together. But until then, thank you Retiskin, for all the tech advice and for stopping by. Good to see your stream. Briefly, sorry I had to run off and do this. I've had this like for a week. I just know that I had to finish the end of Resident Evil 2, and now I'm at the end of the game, and there's an even break between games. The OCD in me is like, that's okay. An unfinished game is unbearable, but an unfinished series, okay, finish the game. I'm free to start the next game. But yes, once again, good night, y'all, and I will see you all hopefully very, very soon. If not, sooner. Texas Stock Mom, hope your errands went well. Yeah, like I was just saying, we will be back. We will be back. And until then, as they say in French Canada,